Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you this beautiful pink marble design. This was actually my first time trying out marble, and you guys, it is super simple. So I just started out with my base coat and a nude jelly polish. That's what's on it right now. I did about 2 coats, and these are the colors I'm going to be using. Now, I wish I had some different colors, like maybe a glitter or something else to put in here, because it really ended up just being the pink and the white, because these other 2 shades, like that cream one here and this pink, are basically just the combination between the dark pink and the white anyway. But it still turned out really cool. And you guys, I'm not using blooming gel or a sponge or anything like that. I am just using a flat brush, which I'll show you in a bit. So this was super simple. So now I'm just kind of mixing it together to create the marble effect already there. And again, this is a gel polish. I'm not sure if it's going to stay as separated if you use regular polish, but you could definitely give it a try. So here is the flat brush. Now I mess up, so disclaimer, you're supposed to put the base coat again on the nail before putting the gel polish. I did not do that. It still went on well, but you'll see with the other ones it works so much better when you use the base coat. So I'll let you watch me do the pinky without it so you can kind of see the difference. I go in a lot here and there, adding more of the dark pink and the white mainly, because again, the other 2 colors are just kind of what you would get when you mix the dark pink and the white anyway, so it didn't really matter to add more of those. But I'm just scraping up the color. And when you do this, you'll see on your brush, like you can kind of already see the marble mix still on there. And then I'm just kind of patting it and moving it. I am not spreading this on there like you would with like a regular nail brush. No, I am patting it on there. So of course, when you're patting it like that and you're picking up a bunch of polish, you have to make sure that you have another brush ready to clean up the sides. I mean, unless you have like a file that you're really good at using, or maybe a drill file and you just want to clean it up, but these are just on full cover tips and I don't really like to file them that much, so I clean up a lot as I go. Here's the nail where I use the base coat. It glides so perfectly, and I think I had a great choice of choosing the pink marble since my base coat was kind of pinkish, because then there's spots where you kind of just see that jelly nude pink as well. So if you do this and you have like a jelly kind of like nude or base coat that kind of matches the marble look that you're trying to do, I would suggest that. But yeah, you can see how this goes, and I do some close-ups. I think this came out so gorgeous, especially for my first try at marble. You see it's kind of collecting at the bottom and not giving that squared look. That's why you have to make sure to continuously clean it up, especially since this is gel polish. It's not hardened, so you could just keep wiping it. That way you don't have to file as much. Thank you guys for making it this far in the video. I really appreciate it. I absolutely love doing these nail designs. I honestly just start working on this and I have like some true crime or like iceberg breakdowns or creepypastas, stuff like that going on YouTube while I do these nails, and it is just so relaxing and so much fun. So I appreciate all you guys who watch my videos or like and comment, because I definitely enjoy making these for you guys. I do have other videos and even some shorts where I kind of like talk about my own creepy situations and stuff like that, so you can definitely check them out. But here you'll see again how I mentioned before, we are cleaning up the sides. It is dripping. I'm probably using a little bit too much polish, but doesn't that look so gorgeous, you guys? I am loving this. One thing I actually really like is that each nail is different and they don't have to be uniform, because that's what marble is. It's not all going to look the same anyway, so don't even worry about that. I think it gives it a really cool look that they all look different. I will say that this might be a design where you may use a lot of polish, but I think now that I know what I'm doing, the next time I won't be using that much, so it's not that bad. At this point, I'm really just finishing up the last two nails. I'm going to cure it, and then we're going to put them on. I'm going to actually put on the press-ons, and then we're going to do the gold specks. But you guys, if any of you have seen my last short where I talk about one of the most disturbed books that I've read, I just want to give you guys a little more in depth on that. So I hope I'm saying this right. It's called Lap Fauna, and it's by Otessa. I'll have to get her last name. I'll put a little picture right here of the book. But oh my gosh. So, okay. It's based in the medieval times, right? And it follows this boy who is motherless. He's just living with his dad. He has this different thought of what happened to his mother, but you find out more about her. There is some R word, some essay that has to do with that. Very sick and twisted. But basically, they are living in poverty, like super, super poor, barely have food to eat. And his dad, like, beats him in the name of, like, their faith. And the boy is, like, really into his faith, and basically believes that he doesn't deserve any joy. Like, joy is bad, and the more that he suffers, the closer he will be to his God. So when his dad is beating him, and when he is basically starving, and when he falls down and hurts himself, like, he goes through a lot of painful stuff, but he believes that that is what he deserves, and that brings him closer to his God, basically. But his dad is more like faithless. He's not beating him for the same reason. He's beating him because his dad is very, very sick. But when I tell you, this book is just back to back despair. Like a quarter of the way through the book, I'm asking myself, like, what is the point? I actually go on some threads and I'm like, what was the point of all this happening to him? And I don't think there is a point. It's just honestly horrible. There's a part where a man puts a grape in his behind, like, for fun. It's just weird. But okay, back to the nails. We are putting the gold specks on. I got these actually from Shein, like super cheap, and I got a bunch of them, so I definitely wanted to try it out. I also did my cuticles and everything before I put the press-ons on, so they look really nice. I don't know if you guys saw it in the video. I might not have included it, but I do have just a little bit of clear top coat on to stick this on, and then I actually put on some more in the end. Yeah, so I'm just going through and putting some on. I don't want to seem like I just glazed over that book, but if you guys are interested in checking it out, or if you like psychological fiction books, it's weird. I was debating my existence and my feelings about things for a day or two, but that's just kind of stuff I like to do other than doing my nails. I was having just a bit of trouble splitting the gold flakes up while they were not on the nails, if that makes sense. So while they were actually like on that little plate there, I could not rip them apart. And it's like if I touched them with my hands, I don't know if there was oil on my hands, but they were just sticking to my hands and not coming apart. So I found it much easier to put the big chunks on my nail and then rip it up, as you see I'm doing here. So much easier. You just have to be careful with the size of the chunk because it may just turn into a ball. And we are doing the last nail. I was so excited. These were so gorgeous, especially for my first time. I really liked how they turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And this is it, guys. I absolutely love how these nails turned out. This is a super beginner friendly marble look. Definitely try it out and let me know what you think.